All right, kids, let's have some real talk this morning. I know what we're hearing in the news, and I know there's been so much about the market and about interest rates, and it is true, man. They are topping 7%, and I understand it is a serious problem affecting affordability. You know, everybody got excited kind of when the market leveled off and normal buyers didn't have to go through a cage match again in order to buy a house, and with 14 offers and love letters and all that stuff. But then as soon as the prices leveled off and some negotiation came back, what happened? Interest rates shot up. And when that happened, it kind of popped everybody's balloon. But, and again, I get it is a complete, legitimate, real problem. If you can't afford the payment on a house because of an interest rate, then you can't buy the house, right? So what you hear a lot now is people saying, well, I'm just going to wait till the interest rates, go back down, and then I'm going to buy something. But, and as humans, that's natural, right? That's what we do. We have a herd mentality. We tend to follow the group. We tend to listen or think the consensus of what the majority is saying is true. But let me tell you why that's a bad idea. Number one, there's still a bunch of pent-up demand. If you live anywhere near Cookeville, you see the 4,000 neighborhoods that are being built and developed all over the area. That's not because the builders and the investors think the market's getting ready to crash. That's because they understand the idea that the demand is pent up. There's still a listing shortage, and all of that is being exacerbated by high interest rates. But what do you guys think is going to happen to prices just as soon as interest rates, drop a point? Let's say they get to 6. What do you think is going to happen to the market? Well, people are going to jump in. People are going to start buying. Prices are going to shoot back up. And the kind of inconvenient truth is that, we can refi an interest rate. If I get a 7 now, 7.25 now, and the interest rates drop next year, I can get, I can refi that. It's going to cost me a little money, but I can refi it and go on with my life, right? But that's not the point of the video, because that's what every realtor in America is telling you. And most of you guys are just saying, oh, Judge, you just want to sell more houses, blah, blah, blah. And there's truth to that, because, well, nobody likes being bad at their job, right? I think some teenagers that work at fast food restaurants want to be bad at their job, but I could be wrong about that. It just seems like it. Maybe it's natural. But the real reason I'm making this video is I have a question for you. Do you know that you can negotiate your interest rate with the seller? I didn't say the bank or your lender. I said the seller. And I'm not talking about one of those stupid, gimmicky 2-1 buy downs where they basically take your own money and buy down your own payment for a year and then it rolls back up. I'm saying if today you can't afford the house that you want, based on the interest rates that are out there, did you know that the sellers can contribute money to permanently buy down your interest rate? So what would happen if you could buy your interest rate down from a 7 to a 6, or from a 7 to a 5.5? What point would you be able to afford the house you want? And how much would it cost? Well, here's the deal. If today you don't know, let's get off the fence and go talk to our lender. Let's sit down with our lender and say, what would it cost? What's my current interest rate, and what would it cost if I negotiated with the seller for them to buy my interest rate down to where I can afford the house? Then you get that number and you take that number to your realtor and you say, hey, this is the price point I could be in. If I can get this much negotiation, I can probably swing this house. Then I'm going to get the good prices and I'm going to get a better interest rate. Win-win, right? Now, is it going to work in every scenario? Is every seller going to be willing to do it? Of course not. But it's life. It's worth the chance, right? It's happiness. It's achievement. Let's give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? But food for thought this morning. Let's get off the fence. Let's try. Don't give up so easily. Talk to your lender. If you need some recommendations, me or again, any realtor in our market, I'm sure would be happy to give you some. And this isn't a program that one or two lenders do. This is a program that's been, it's not a program, it's an ability that lenders have had to buy down your interest rates forever. But of course, you know, 2 years ago, interest rate, I mean, if they were any lower, the bank would be paying you to take the money. So we didn't need them. But now that it's more important than ever, I don't think any of us, and I lump myself in that, have done a good enough job of letting everybody know that, so that maybe we can get you in a house. Maybe we can keep you, keep the American dream alive. So let's do it.